Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years. Now, with a special welcome, the head pastor of the Center for Creative Living, Reverend Doti Boon.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are celebrating Mother's Day. Now we know that many people raise children, whether their own, they're adopted, whether they are taking over for somebody else. And this is not just a job for a woman. Mothering can be both male and female. Those people with that gift of love to give to children. This morning I'd like to honor the mothers who are no longer with us on the planet. And that's why we have this beautiful angel to represent for each one of you whose mother has gone on the energy that they presented here on planet Earth for you and with you. I'm at the center. I'm standing here behind the podium at the Center for Creative Living. It's been a long 7 weeks without my being here. And now, here we are. It feels so comfortable to be here in the center. The center is going to slowly start opening back up. Please, if you're not receiving the CCL Insights, make sure that you get on the mailing list. And you can call the office at 408-392-9090 and say, I'd like to receive CCL Insights. This will be sent to your home via the computer, and it will tell you what's happening, what classes are coming back, when we are starting our church service in a real brick and mortar building.
So leave your email address.
So please, when you call, leave your email address so we can start communicating with you. Many of you are going through a very difficult time. Don't do it all by yourself. Know that Mother, Father, God is watching out, even when sometimes it doesn't feel like it. And also, we have many ministers here at CCL that would love to talk to you, that would so appreciate you calling them and saying, I'd like to just talk. Communication is what's going to keep your head and heart and body above the fear. It's time to get back into spirit. And we know that today's service is going to help you do that, to reunite you with your spiritual center. As we've mentioned many times before, the Center for Creative Living honors all faiths, all religions, all walks of life. Whether you're male or female, or you're not too sure where you're going, which path you're on, whatever organizations you belong to that are for the positive growth of each other, we are here to represent you and to help you find your path. You're going to be hearing from the wonderful Reverend Dr. Ayleen Augustine as she leads us in prayer. And then you're going to hear from Reverend Becca Thompson as she talks to you about Mother's Day. And she's going to open up with a wonderful grounding chant. In the end, we are going to see pictures of mothers. We're also going to hear meditative music by the wonderful Reverend Dr. Janet Childs. And I know that it's going to start out your week feeling good about having a woman that you could call mother raise you, having a man that you could call helper or father, but always knowing that the Mother, Father, God is there for you. All you need to do is reach out. Thank you again for tuning in to CCL Virtual Church. We're so delighted to have you. Thank you again. for accompanying us. And now for Dr. Ayleen.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Dr. Ayleen Augustine, and I am the president of the Universal Church of the Master, and I am also a mom. And to all my fellow moms out there, whether it's by blood or whether it's by choice, welcome to the day that honors us, that honors the spirit of love and compassion, of tenacity and nurturing, of stubbornness, and of a willingness to help a spirit grow within a person and ultimately encourage them to step up into their own lives. You know, when I was growing up, my entire vision of what it meant to be a mother was based on mine, who was an amazing woman, who I admired and always believed that in order to be a good mom, I had to be her. And I remember once she looked at me and said, "You're a great mom. Don't gauge yourself by me, because the truth is I was just winging it. I figured it out, and so do you. And that is the mark of a mom." You know, I always remembered the phrase that necessity was the mother of invention. And once I had my sons, I decided that needed to be rewritten, that a mother's necessity is invention. And for all those out there who are struggling and trying to do the best they can, know that your best is good enough. None of us get it right all the time. But as long as we stay in our hearts, and as long as we do what we honestly feel is right for that child, that's what we have to go with. And to allow God to guide us. When we use the term Mother, Father, God, today we honor the mother aspect. So, take a nice deep breath in and let it out, and allow anything that's weighing on your body, your mind, or your spirit to just slide away and fall into a little basket next to you, because that's your care basket. Because in this space and at this moment, you don't need to hold on to it. Dear, blessed, and wonderful Creator, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for our lives. We thank you for all the blessings you give in each and every moment and with each and every breath. Thank you for the blessing of, and please bless, all of the mothers all over the world, all those who have been and all those who will be. Creator, we thank you for the blessing of all the new mothers who are hesitant and unsure. I know you will surround them with love and guide them and help them know that their love is enough and that you trust them. Creator, thank you for the blessing of all the mothers who are elders now, some of whom are starting that role over again, raising their grandchildren. Creator, please grant them the strength to move forward and to continue guiding and to help them when they feel that maybe they don't have that strength, because we know you give that strength to all of us. Creator, thank you for the blessing of, and please bless all those who help children come into this world, all of the midwives and doulas and obstetricians who are there to take that precious life and place it into their mother's hands for the first time. Thank you for the blessing of, and please bless all those mothers who chose to give their children to someone else to raise because they felt they could not give that child a good life. Please comfort them, Creator, and let them know that theirs was a good choice and it came from love. Creator, we thank you for the blessing of, and ask that you bless all those mothers who have lost children, that precious gift of life, because we know that you know what that means. We know that you grieve with all of those who have had to say goodbye before their time. Creator, we ask that you comfort them and hold them, no matter at what age they lost their children. And may they know that their children are with you and that they will one day be rejoined with them. Creator, thank you for being our mother and father. We thank you for showing that divine love and having that demonstrated through the divine feminine aspect. Creator, we thank you for all those who are working hard and trying hard and nurturing those children who they did not even raise, who simply stepped into someone's life because they knew that person needed a mother. Thank you so much for them, Creator. And Creator, thank you for the blessing of, and please bless all those mothers who have passed, all those who we look to still in spirit, and who we know are smiling with us next to you. Creator, thank you for all your blessings. And whatever it means to you, happy Mother's Day. For all your creation to the next 7 generations and beyond, Aho Matako Yasin, Ago, 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 by earth, sea, and sky. Namaste, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, blessed be, Amen.
Namaste. The God in me recognizes the God in you, and in this place we are one. I would like to invite you to join with me to do a harmonic called E-A-O, which is a centering from the divine masculine, Eli Eli, and the divine feminine, Uli Uli, connecting and centering and bringing you into this oneness. And the way that it goes is literally E-A-O. And we will do this 7 times. Now allow that last note to really bring you into the connected whole, and allow the stillness to fill the room. Allow yourself to be relaxed and centered and connected. You are loved. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome everyone. I am Reverend Becca Thompson, and I'm really happy to be here with you this day. And we are celebrating mothers. Yay! Yay! As I went to seek inspiration about Mother's Day, I came across this great article written in April 24th, 2015 by Claudia Martinez. And she writes that there are 10 traits that great moms and great leaders have in common. And they are, number 1, they have a positive attitude. So great moms have a positive attitude. The second, they have and exhibit great creativity. The third is they have an ability to inspire. The fourth is they have a sense of loyalty. The fifth is they have a great deal of patience. The sixth is they take responsibility. The seventh is they have determination. The eighth is they have a serious communication skills. And the 10th is they practice and promote honesty. I would have probably added a few more things, but those are the 10 that we're going to talk about today. And the more I thought about this, and I thought about these traits, the more it supported my notion that being a mother is not gender specific. It is not something that only women can do. Both men and women do and can mother. The very act of mothering can also be directed towards activities other than raising a child or a baby to adulthood. It can be, mothering can be of any pet that you have. It can be creating a small business that you watch from the very beginning to its blossoming and it being successful. And it can also be in direct relationship to assisting somebody else. Those are all qualities that would require not only these 10 traits, but the skills of mothering and nurturing. I believe it's important to mention this because not everyone is able to have kids. And yet they should be celebrated for their contributions for making this world a better place. When I considered these great 10 traits that moms have, positive attitude, creativity, ability to inspire, loyalty, patience, responsibility, determination, trustworthiness, communication skills, and honesty, I know now more than ever, moms in this world have been asked to rise to the occasion and meet the COVID-19 pandemic head on. Because it's Mother's Day, I will focus on the moms of the world, also knowing that dads are impacted too. In a very short amount of time, all throughout the world, everywhere and everyone was asked to shelter in place. For those with children living at home and being of school years, suspending school and daycare, I am positive keeping a positive attitude was so very tough. Without any answers to the questions, how in the world am I going to do this? And yet, they have risen to meet this moment with heartfelt, I can do this. And let me emphasize that within the leadership qualities, running for the door screaming, oh my God, how am I going to do this, is probably not one of the go-tos that you're able to do. So most moms of this world reached within and kick-started their creativity. As soon as the shelter in place happened, moms started to post on all these social media streams what was working for them. And they helped communicate this with, if this is working for me, try this at home. And keeping the school schedule was incredibly difficult during this time. Everyone was used to the routines, and yet it took creative thinking on how am I going to do this now. As days turned to weeks, globally moms reached like never before for inspiring their children to also rise to the occasion. It was no longer just about getting a room clean and doing household chores. It became a rite of passage to be able to honor those rites of passage, even though there was a shelter in place. And how difficult it is for moms to still create that sense of continuity when you have a 13-year-old at home that would have had a normal rite of passage, or a 16-year-old, or even the 21-year-olds, and even greater than that, our 30-year-olds, all having to stay at home and do things differently. And it was the moms of this world, through their posting and innovation, created ways to honor this. You see on the internet those that have birthday celebrations with the parades going by and everyone honking their horn. That was truly an inspired moment. Which leads me to loyalty and patience. It is a well-known phrase, as fierce as a mama bear. And across the globe, moms rose to the occasion to protect their families fiercely. It is said that the loyalty that a mom has for her young knows no bounds. And moms have created, as much as possible, the ability to keep them protected, waiting in very, very, very long lines, some of them, to be able to get food, to be able to get the nourishment that they needed. And that really took endurance. I would also say that it took a great deal of patience. Most of the time, in just the normal course of a day, a mom needs the patience of a saint. For those with kids, just think of a time when a toddler wanted to put their own shoes on and yet could not discern the right foot or the right shoe from the left shoe. And yet they didn't want help. Just the ability to be present with your toddler as they work through the difficulty of putting one foot in a shoe and another foot in a shoe, when I'm sure there's a time when this only happens when you've got somewhere to be. That is the level of patience that moms of this day are being asked to do. And really, the patience required is now at a miracle level. Moms today are balancing not only their children at home, but maybe their own schedule. They have to work from home. How in the world are we going to be able to do this? So the normal patience that is required has really also risen to the occasion. It is a Herculean effort of teaching a child new math. Imagine trying to sit there and figure out bubbles of a framework of 10 and working this framework with subtraction. Like, that's not at all what I knew how to do, and yet new math is requiring you to work in this framework. Or new math is saying do bubble items in order to add and subtract. It's like, bubbles? What in the world? How did bubbles get involved with this? So, patience. For moms across the globe, the responsibility, literally, you're in charge, and the buck stops with you, has fallen right on your doorstep. It must be at times completely overwhelming on the hardships that are happening, and yet there's nowhere else that you can put the responsibility to. It really is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to run the household and keep it going. It's your responsibility to make sure that everyone in the household is doing okay. It is your responsibility to nurture and provide a framework in which food is on the table. Many, many, many times it falls to the moms to do that. So this responsibility is embraced with a roll up your sleeves and yes, I can do this. Which leads me to determination. Moms are determined to make ends meet when there's definitely more month than the money. With so many people out of work, I really honor the effort it is taken to make sure that everyone at home is doing okay. Just getting the simple basics needed to support a family without determination creates this crevice that everyone goes down into. So with determination and might, it's like we can make this work. And the family will not go without. There is such huge emphasis on the need for trustworthiness, especially during such a time of uncertainty, that any and all things that can, on a daily basis, create a sense of safety and security is so worthwhile. Just the simple act of a mom saying, "Make your bed," is reassurance, because mom always says, "Make your bed." And with creativity and trust, the ability to now instill that trustworthiness is just being able to do what is normal and wherever not normal is happening. Never estimate the comfort provided in keeping a schedule and maintaining the sense of the normal. Other common phrases spoken all across the world that are mom normal in any language is get out of the kitchen, leave your brother and or sister alone, don't make me come in there, because I said so, that's why. And from Forrest Gump, stupid is as stupid does. And this leads me to the communication and honesty skills that moms have. Moms around the globe seem to be united in common mom language, handed down by their mothers and their grandmothers and so on and so forth. The mom language comes through. Ask any new mom on what she will say, and she will say, "Oh, my mom and my grandma are so old-fashioned. I'm sure I'm going to do things much differently. I love them, but that's not how we raise our children today." And the knowing smile that curves on the new grandma's mouth and the soon-to-be grandma's mouth appears knowing, because she knows that the curse her mother gave to her, which is, "I hope you have a kid just like you," is about to come true. How is it when a new mom swears up and down to be different, yet at the first opportunity of the constant defiance from the little one comes a retort, "What part of no don't you understand? Go to your room. Eat your vegetables. Don't give me that face. And I don't care who started it. Knock it off." New moms believe, they really, really start out believing, they'll never, ever, ever utter those words. "That's what my mom said. I will never say that." And every grandmother on the planet knows, okay, good luck with that. What connects each generation from this one to the next, in part, is the honesty within the phrases every mom on the planet utters at one time or another. It doesn't matter where you live. Your mom is going to tell you how it is. Every mom has the ability to be the most tender-hearted, and as well as the one who will tell you what you need to know so you can live and grow in the world. And this honesty comes at times where you really need somebody to be with you in that moment. And though the words come with love, the ability to be honest and frank and true with your children allows them to be honest, true, and frank out there in the world. So really, you learn honesty from your mom. From one of the proverbs I most like, 31:26, it writes, "She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue." And truly, that's how I was raised. So with honesty, communication skills, trustworthiness, patience, responsibility, loyalty, inspiration, creativity, and a positive attitude, moms all across the globe are striving like never before to nurture and love their families during this extremely difficult time. With COVID-19 impacting the world, it's also difficult to celebrate our moms in the usual fashion. There are so many people and so many family traditions that you would run to the Hallmark store and get mom the perfect card. You would take mom out to brunch. You would visit mom and you would get her flowers. There are a lot of florists now that are closed down or just starting to be running, and getting flowers now is not as easy as it used to be, especially during these times. So, how do you manage to really celebrate mom when everything is really still shut down? It is odd to read the way to celebrate Moms and Mother's Day is through Zoom. I'm still like, oh my goodness, is this what we've come to? A Zoom party. And yet, it is a great recommendation. You know it really has gotten tough when your children are teaching you about FaceTime and how to go ahead and remotely connect video to video. And you hear them on the phone going, "No, Mom, you got to press the button." And it's like, I am pressing the button. No, the other button. We're still working out the details. Some of the other suggestions is to create a video message and send it to your mom, and she'll be able to see and still stay connected with you, even though you might be very much apart. And when I see some of the moments that are happening now that are posted on Facebook, with families standing out on the lawn and the mother behind the window waving, it's like, ugh, I just feel for everybody. So I am counting my blessings that I am able to continue to celebrate Mother's Day as best I can with those that I love. And I hope that you are able to do so as well. Mother's Day is, however it is showing up for you, I truly hope it brings love and happiness. And I hope you're able to find new ways to celebrate. So in dedication to all the moms out there, I would like to read this following passage. It's actually a poem. My mother, my friend so dear, throughout my life you're always near. A tender smile to guide my way, you're the sunshine to light my day. Of all the special joys in life, the big ones and the small, a mother's love and tenderness is the greatest of them all. So I said a Mother's Day prayer for you, to thank the Lord above for blessing me with a lifetime of your tender-hearted love. I thank God for the caring you've shown me through the years, for the closeness we have enjoyed, in time of laughter and in time of tears. And so I thank you from my heart for all you've done for me. And I bless the Lord for giving me the best mother there could be. And that was from Anon. And I would like to, in closing, hopefully I haven't run out of time, I would like to show you.
What's your animal's name?
My animal is Doggy Dear,
Doggy dear.
and this is me and my mom.
Oh, that's good.
And she's reading to me. And it's a tender moment captured of all the times that Mom read me the stories that I grew up on.
Let's see the face of Doggy dear rather than the tail. There we go.
He's missing an ear.
Oh, perfect.
But this is my Doggy Dear. And my mom is so close. So dear
Yeah, that's
to me.
lovely. Yeah.
And so I honor all of you, all the moms in the world that are doing so many wonderful things. I want you to know from my heart to yours, I celebrate you so very much. And with that, I say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, thank you.
From the earth where we are born, form the source where our spring comes. There is a river deep and real in our hearts so we can feel, in our hearts so we can feel. So we can feel. 10 to midnight, secret song, reap the harvest full and strong. Call upon all we've known and bring it home. Oh, bring it home. Bring it home. Turn around to your inner child, restless, playful, sad and wild. Reach out with your hands to say, we will heal each other today. Create a space of gentle grace. Build a bridge that spans the years. Look into each other's face. See the laughter through the tears. See the laughter through the tears. Through the tears. Mother ourselves, Mother the earth. In this moment we are the rebirth of abundant love and deep respect that brings us here where we connect. Oh, my friends, we are here to connect, to build that respect. And we invite you to take today, a special day, where we can connect with our child within. This is our time, this is our moment. We do not have to be female to mother. All of us have the capacity to bring that mothering energy to our earth and to each other. And each every one of us is now at the precipice of being that mother to ourselves and to the world. Just imagine for a moment that you are taking a deep breath and going to a beautiful place in nature. In and out we breathe. And in this special place, we will meet our child. We will meet that little part of us that may have been wounded, that may have been forgotten. And we are going to be present in our most loving, gentle, and powerfully strong way to bring healing to our child inside and also to ourselves. We call upon all that is wise, all that is ancient, to embrace both us and our child within. We are held in the loving arms of the mother. And just allow yourself to be there in that loving embrace. Feel your arms wrap around you, and in wrapping around you, you wrap around the world. And in wrapping around the world, you wrap around every soul, every being that is within our universe. We are surrounded by that love. And let yourself give it, let yourself receive it. Mother ourselves, Mother the earth, in this moment we are the rebirth of abundant love and deep respect that brings us here when we connect. We are whole.